pocket. I don't want pause to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building reach heaven's heights. Now that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, white diamonds, Miley Cyrus, private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro. I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk. I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it.
Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They'll roll him out right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
Buying time to his left. And Adams has it complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big third down play there for the Bengals. 44 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive.
It is good.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
7, Ravens nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
5-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun, Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
They'll indeed go for it to Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Jackson looking for his running back, and he's got it. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. I'm talking about being able to use the back.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4 down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And a Bengal first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Patrick Queen charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
They will throw on first down with Burrow, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Complete.
Joe Mixon, his 11th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
5-yard line.
Jackson now. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Ravens, nothing.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the Bengals' 39-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, he gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there, the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're taking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. Is good running, gets him down to about the 4-yard line.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
The extra point.
And his kick is good.
Makes the score Bengals 14. Ravens 7. Justin
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. This time Burrow will look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Justin Matabike in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They go play action with Burrow. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
That's pulled in at the 32. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
After the sack on 1st down, Jackson, open man is Duvernay. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Sullivan. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play. First 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. This is Geis. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. A 4-yard gain brings up.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them. As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head, that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now the throw here to his running back. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Burrow going deep downfield for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is out of bounds all the way up near midfield. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow escaping the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 3 yards remain for second down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And complete to Zach Ertz. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Taken down at the 11-yard line.
Here's Burrow. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. Rosa's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Set to kick off.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Taken in the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the ground game now with Geis. He gets away from one, and he'll go down at the 28. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Now Jackson. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now Burrow on 1st down. He'll air this one out for Boyd. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 20.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Going deep down. He's got a man. Complete.
What's up?
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal. In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On 1st down, this is Geis. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and
that's caught at the 25.
That's good.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Jackson to throw. Off to Geis on the screen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
It is good.
And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Bengals 24, Ravens 17. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going, and their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up
3rd and 2. Now Burrow. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
and 10 at the 4-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And where did this one go out? Now they'll start with good field position, 45-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. From the gun, Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And some space here. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
It's second and 8 at the Bengals' 18-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Jackson looking left side. Andrews with it complete. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, good job defensively to recover. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
It's good.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down, Bengals.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Cincinnati.
Zach Ertz, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
His kick is good.
And he puts it through.
Makes the score Bengals 31. Ravens 24.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
28-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
On 2nd down, Dobbins. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Patrick Queen picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
It's second down.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Play action. It's Burrow. The left side throw complete to Adams. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Once again, they run with Mixon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Down.
On 3rd down, Mixon. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have. Oh, wide open, complete. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of...
And got his man, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And the Bengals first down.
Burrow on play action. He'll buy some time right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts.
First down.
As they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together.
Through an opening, and there he goes. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
Let's go. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1. It's tempting to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd. Carry it into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.